Today, we're going to dig into the hidden power of simple language. And we're going to do it by focusing on just one incredibly common word, a word that connects two events you'd never think have anything in common. Let's jump in. All right, so let's kick things off with a little puzzle. What on earth could a car crash possibly have in common with a surprise party? I mean, think about it. One is a total disaster, the other's a celebration. They feel like polar opposites, right? Well, I know it sounds a little crazy, but bear with me because the answer tells us something really fascinating about language. And the answer? It's just one word: shock. That's it. That's the surprising link between those two completely different situations, and it's the key to our whole story today. So let's break down just how much heavy lifting this one little word can actually do. First up, you've got the most physical, most literal meaning of shock, a collision, an impact. The force of two cars smashing into each other. It's something you can literally feel. But then the word does this incredible leap. It also means a sudden change that surprises people. And there it is. That's the shock of a surprise party. It's not a physical hit, it's an emotional one. Same word, but now we're in a totally different world of feelings and expectations. And it doesn't stop there. The word gets technical too. In the medical world, shock isn't just a bump or a feeling. It's a very specific, very dangerous state your body can go into after a major injury. So the meaning gets super specialized here. And finally, yep, there's the electric shock, a totally different kind of physical jolt. But again, it's sudden, it's jarring, and it's unexpected. So a car crash, a party, a hospital, a faulty wire, this one word somehow covers it all. Wild, right? Which of course brings us to the real question. How? How can one simple 5-letter word describe a physical force, an emotion, a medical condition, and an electrical event? How is it that flexible? Well, the answer is pretty cool. Turns out, this word is part of a very, very exclusive club. So, what's this exclusive club all about? Well, we can call it the Secret 850 Word Club. See, the fact that a word like shock is so versatile isn't some happy accident. It was chosen, deliberately. Let's find out why. And here it is. This is the big reveal. Our little word, shock, is an official member of something called the Basic English 850 list. Now, this is not just some random collection of words. It's a whole system, carefully built for a very specific reason. Just take a second and look at that number, 850. To put that in perspective, the full English language has, hundreds of thousands of words? And this entire system for communicating is built on just 850. It's a tiny but really powerful toolkit. Okay, so what is this thing? What is Basic English exactly? Well, it's what's called a controlled language. It was created way back in the 1930s with this big idea: to be a simple, easy-to-learn language for international communication. And the best way to get it is to see it side by side with regular English. Think of standard English as this massive, overflowing toolbox, right? You've got a super specific tool for every little job. Basic English? That's more like a Swiss Army knife, a small, essential set of tools designed to get the core of any idea across with total clarity. The whole system really just works on a few key principles. First, that tiny vocabulary. Second, every single word that makes the cut has to be a workhorse, a multi-tool, just like shock. And the ultimate goal isn't to dumb things down. It's to make big, complex ideas accessible to pretty much anyone. All right, theory's great, but let's bring it back to our star player, a shock, and see how this all actually works in the wild. So here, shock is a noun. It's the thing that people felt. This example, which is right out of the source material, nails that physical impact definition we talked about. It's direct, it's simple, it's clear. But now, check this out. Same root word, but this time it's a verb, shocked. He was shocked. Now we're talking about that emotional feeling of surprise. We've just flipped from a noun to a verb, from a physical event to an internal feeling, all using the same simple word. And that right there is the secret sauce. That's the magic trick. A word like shock gets into the 850 club because it can wear so many different hats. It can be a thing, it can be an action. You just don't need a ton of separate words when one flexible word can do multiple jobs. That is how you can build an entire language from just 850 pieces. So you might be thinking, okay, that's a neat bit of language history, but why does a system like Basic English still matter today? What's the takeaway? Well, its legacy is actually all around us. kind of hiding in plain sight. For one, its principles are an amazing tool for teaching English. But even bigger, it directly inspired massive projects you've probably used, like the Simple English Wikipedia. That entire site is built on this exact philosophy of making complex knowledge accessible to everyone. You know, when you really boil it all down, the story of Shock and its little 850-word club is about something much bigger than just language. It's proof that real power in communication doesn't always come from being complex. As we've seen, sometimes the simplest words have the most punch. And that leaves us with one last big question to chew on. Is it a perfect system? No way. You lose poetry, you lose nuance. But it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? Just how much of our complicated world could we actually explain and understand if we were all working from the same simple set of 850 words? Something to think about.